Yes. Right. Session down. Jati video opportunity and Jewel, Rudra.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Rudra, Jyoti and Jasmine. Please open the video. Rudra. Welcome, Rudra. Jyoti on
Good
the
afternoon,
video,
sir.
please. Good afternoon, dear. Is it audible?
हाँ audible, sir. केमती अछांती sir?
How are you? Fine, wa.
भलो भलो sir.
Jyoti and Jewel, please on the video. Jyoti and Jewel. Good afternoon, Jyoti.
Good afternoon, sir.
Is it audible?
Again,
Jewel, please on the video. So good afternoon, everybody. State Bank of India going to conduct the GD and PI in Odisha Circle on 3rd of April. We have 3 State Bank of India probationary officers who are now, Jyoti is now the scale 3, Rudra and Jewel are the new entrant in India, having a lot of experience. So we'll discuss how to crack the State Bank of India GD and PI, and reality what the State Bank of India wants from the students or the aspirants to become a successful bankers. So let's welcome Jyotiranjan Behra, State Bank of India, Jewel Jasmine, State Bank of India. Let's start with Jyoti. So Jyoti, how was your experience in State Bank of India during the GD and PI?
good afternoon, sir. So the experience was very pleasant, and the interview session was has gone very smooth. They were asking the basic questions: what is KYC, and some basic negotiable instrument act regarding check dishonor and current affairs. And there is a mindset that they will ask very hard questions or very difficult questions. But the situation is not like that. They will have a interview in a friendly manner, and they will make you very comfortable with them, so that you don't have to panic or something like that. It will be an interaction with them, not an question answer session to test the knowledge.
Now starts with Rudra. Rudra, How was your experience in State Bank of India, GDNPI?
Good evening, sir. Amara, hello, I'm audible, na?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, audible, Rudra.
It was for me also. It was a smooth experience in the interview and GD section. Basically, they asked me about my when they first asked me about my native place. When they got to know that I belong to Balangir, they turned the interview session towards the geography. That was difficult for me actually. They asked me geography of Balangir and what is the main cultivation crop pattern. Actually, I don't belong to geography background, but the interview turned into in that area. So that was the difficult part. So I will suggest the interview aspirants who cleared the main already to cover their native place also, from where they belong and what is special in that their area, in their native place. And in the GT ground, in the GD ground, we were around
Okay,
8
we'll
to
go to
9
the GD. Rudra, we'll go to the
Yes, sir.
GD. Rudra, we'll
Sir.
go to the GD. Wise. Now, Jewel, you are the new entrant in State Bank of India. What's your experience in the previous interview?
Sir, namaskar. Sir, it was a very different experience for me, and I was the first girl to enter in that room, and I was wearing a sari, and I could clearly see their expressions, and I was confident from the beginning as well. And uh, that time our CGM ma'am was Vidya Krishnan ma'am, and she actually made us comfortable. And my experience was good. I mean, what I have prepared, what I had in my mind, I just first I introduced myself, and I had planned everything, that what I should say first, and interview was like that only. They asked me from the things I delivered first. So it was a nice experience.
Okay. We have three generation bankers. One is from Jyoti, who is now a senior banker in State Bank of India. Then the Rudra and the Jasmine is the new entrant in 2021. So let's start with Jyoti.
Yes, sir. So please repeat the question. Hello. Sir, kindly also repeat, sir. Please, sir. This is so uncomfortable also. Sir, sir, आप audible ना थी.
Jyoti, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now starts with Jyoti. Jyoti, what I feel, you people are the GD as well as the GE and the PI, perhaps in the State Bank of India interview during your selection time.
Sir, during our time, it was only GD and personal interview.
Okay. Then how was the GD topics and what are the minimum criteria or the minimum personality you have to maintain in the GD?
Sir, GD is about only about normal topic day to day. It may be a current affair of current issue of in today's contemporary world, or maybe relating to something to financial sector. During our time, it was rural banking is good or not, like this topic were discussed. And during the GD, we have to maintain the decorum. That means if someone is speaking, we should speak after someone concludes. We should not interfere when someone is speaking, and we have to wait for our turn because they will give the time to each and everyone. And after that, there will be another second. If we have some new point or something in, we want to addition to the existing one, then the second round is being given. But we have to be calmly sit and wait for our turn. If we can't enter during a if some 2 to 3 persons are speaking and we cannot make it our turn, like calmly we have to wait for the last. It will be also fine. We don't have to interfere in between also.
Okay.
And during the GD, we have to very careful. Uh, we have to be mindful about their instructions, what they are saying. If suppose we don't get proper instruction and we start, then it may carry a negative impression.
Is it possible to speak in Hindi or any other mode of communication with the during the GD?
Yes, sir, in Hindi it will be comfortable, but we have to convey it prior to the start of the session.
Now come to the Rudra. Rudra, you people have
Sir.
also the GD as well as the GE.
Sir.
Then what's the
Yes,
topic is? What the topic was and what's your expectation that what you think that is the people must be following the GD?
Sir, my topic was related to digital banking.
Okay.
And mostly they put the topic which every person will be comfortable and which every person will know much or less. And about my experience that you must be coordinating rather than you should not be you should not interfere more. You should not rather you should coordinate the meeting. It will be better for you. They will expect they will observe the leadership quality in group discussion around.
Is it a language was a barrier at that time?
No, not that barrier. You can speak in Hindi or English.
Now come to the dual adjustment. And this group, due to the COVID, there is no GD and GE direct the PI. The dual tomorrow the people will face the GE, GD as well as the PI in the State Bank of India, Bhubaneswar. What's your advice to these people?
Sir, I don't know much about that GD round, but what I will say is just be confident because confidence is the key there. And you don't have to answer everything. Like you can't just go on speaking and speaking. Just to the point answer will do. And that's it, sir. And have knowledge about your background, about your hobby. If you are saying anything about your hobby, you should actually can speak what you are doing, what actually you are doing about that. You can speak that properly. And about your education background, they will ask how this is going to help in banking. And these are the common questions they do. So you just have to be prepared and don't panic.
Okay.
Because if they see that you are getting panicked, they will start asking different questions. So don't be panicked, just be confident.
Okay. Now come to the Jyoti. Jyoti, if we go to the interview rounds, you have the GD, then the interview. In interview, what are the qualities normally the State Bank of India interview panel expects from a students? Or what's your advice to the students regarding the PI personality?
Sir, personality should be as simple as possible. First, they will observe first few things with how you are wishing and your setting posture and how you are responding to their questions. Instead of going to an argument mode, if you don't have any clarity on some topic, then it's better to simple pass on the topic. And they don't have to be much panicness. They don't have to panic. Just in a friendly, in a cordial manner, they can talk to them.
Okay. Now come to the Rudra. Rudra, the only candidate in this webinar who had the experience of GE. According to you, how the GE is conducted in the State Bank of India PO interview?
Sir, G means group exercise, no? Group discussion.
Yes.
In the group discussion, there will be two panelists from State Bank of India. Maybe they will not be from the from this circle only. They will be from outside. Maybe the State Bank invites the panelists from outside also, from outside agencies.
Okay.
They will observe body language. They will observe our depth of knowledge. And also they will observe how we conduct the group, how we conduct the group, how we coordinate, how we conduct the leadership quality in you. They will observe these things.
Okay, these things. Okay. Normally, according to you, how the priorities should be set up? As you have the experience, how the priorities in the GE will be set up by the candidates?
Prioritize means I don't understand.
Right. You have a GE now. You have a GE having the 7 or 8 points. You have to arrange them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood. Prioritize means you have to prioritize based on your own decision actually,
Okay.
and then you have to explain your ground.
Okay.
Later on. First, they give some time to prioritize these things.
Okay.
Depends upon the question actually. Depends upon the topic.
Okay. Now come to the Jewel Jasmine. Jewel, you have only the PI in the interview round, in the State Bank of India selection round. According to you, is there any impact on the career graph? A lot of students are creating hue and cry. I have a career graph of 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. What will do? Then what's your answer to it? Because you are an engineering graduate. You have also 1 or 2 years of career gap. Then what do you feel? Is it really matters the board?
No, sir, this doesn't matter at all, because in our batch, I have seen people having 3 to 4 years gap in their career as well, and they're still in SBI, and I don't think that is going to hamper a lot. So there will be questions, maybe they may ask you anything, but you have to justify.
Okay.
You have to justify why you took a gap, and it's normal in a competitive world. Sometimes you just skip by 1 or 2 marks, and that doesn't mean you are not qualified enough. You are trying, and that's the only thing that matters.
Okay, very good, very good. According to Jyoti, you have more experience than these people. Then what's your experience regarding the career graph? You are also an ICWS students. You have also 1 and 2 years. Maybe there is a gap. What I feel. What's your experience? Is it really matters in any interview or particular State Bank of India PO interview that there is a career gap?
The career graph, according to me, career graph question is a myth, because people are creating an interview after a long time. There may be late, but career gap question is a myth. They may ask you for a casual, why is there is a gap so many years, what was you're doing. Just you have to say it in a proper manner, in a structured way, that why there is a gap. There is no reason to panic about that, because the age criteria is itself 21 to 35, those who are having age relaxation.
Okay.
So they are expecting that there may be a career gap, but we have to explain it properly in a structured way.
Okay, whatever the people are watching through the webinar, they must know career gap. Maybe you will get a question, but it is not the either getting you to selection or rejection. You have to justify it why there is a career gap. What's your experience, Rudra, regarding the career gap?
Sir, I was actually fresher after just after graduation.
Okay.
I didn't have any past career experience,
Okay.
so I didn't face any question regarding this. But I can suggest that whatever the situation, if anyone coming late in the career to interview in State Bank of India, give the simple answer, give the what the real answer is. It will be sufficient.
Okay. Now come to the Jyoti. Jyoti, sometimes people are saying your professional career means either you are from the chemistry, physics, or engineering. Lot of questions are put from this sector. What's your reaction and what's your experience?
Sir, actually, the question will be put up from the professional sector because banking involves every sector. Suppose you are working in SME and going to finance and chemical factory. If you are if you are graduate or postgraduate in chemistry, then your understanding will, you can understand in a better way that how the factory functions, what are the raw materials, what is the finished good. So banking is a diverse diverse organization itself, and it needs field from every background. So there may be a coincidence that some who is from board may be of same professional background. So there you may expect the lot of question from your career background.
Okay.
So you have to be well prepared with your background also,
Okay.
because during the associate interview, I want to say it was not a it was an average answer, because the head of the board asked me, "Have you read about new companies law?" And I was not thorough about it. I said, "No, sir." Then he just made a face like a sad face. "You are a student of accounting, but not gone through New Companies Act. What will I ask?"
Okay.
But it is not the final decision to whether select or not to select you.
Okay.
But have to be a rough background about your career, about your background, academic background.
Okay, Jyoti mentioned a very good point. You have to know a little bit about your career because we read it for the 3 years or 4 years. As Jyoti said, that is an accounting student, so he got a question from accounting. Jewel Jasmine, you have a engineering in plastic or the plastic
Sir,
engineering. Manufacturing engineering. Again, I am committing the same error, always saying the plastic engineering. So, Jewel, what's your experience? Really, you face some question from the manufacturing engineering?
Sir, in SBI, I got a question like how your manufacturing engineering degree will help you in SBI.
Okay.
So I just said everything honestly that, sir, if people are coming from engineering, a lot of people are coming from engineering, and I don't think that my knowledge on engineering will help me in that field, but the experiences I got from engineering will help me, like working in a stressful situation, and I think that will help me a lot managing things. And I said like that, so they were happy that I said everything like honestly. Okay, this is not going to help my knowledge in engineering will not help me, but the experiences that I got from engineering will definitely help.
Okay. So there is no direct question, only why you are an engineering graduate and interested for the banking, and that is the normal question asked to any interview candidates. Come to the Rudra. Rudra, did you face any questions from your educational backgrounds?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There will be a must question from educational background for everyone. So be prepared for it, be it from the subjects or be it related to banking.
Okay.
For me, it was related to subject. I am zoology graduate, so they asked me about something. Lion is from which family? I answered that. It was just simple question. So candidates should be prepared for it.
Okay. Now come to the Jyoti. Jyoti, sometimes the people are worried about how many questions we have to answer to get a perfect mark in the interview. According to you, it matters how many number of questions you give the right answer or the wrong answer during the question answer session or the PI sessions?
Sir, in my view, it should be 60 to 70% answers.
Okay.
Not necessarily correct answer, but how you handle the pressure during the question. Because sometimes in panic situation, a lot of people say wrong answer. So
Okay.
main thing is that pressure, how you
Okay.
handle the pressure. That's
Okay.
the thing only.
And I also agree, Jyoti, whatever the Jyoti told, handle the pressure and make your answer short. Do not make it too lengthy of 4 or 5 or 6 sentence.
If you are making lengthy, then you are expecting more questions on that also.
Okay, right. That is
It
right.
may go in depth.
Okay. Go to the now to the Jewel. Jewel, what's your experience or what's your suggestion to the candidates?
Sir, answering every question is good, but you don't have to exaggerate everything.
Okay.
Like you can go for short answers and to the point answers. And in my case, they asked me about Chilika Lake, why it is called a brackish water lake. And I couldn't answer that question only, but I answered everything apart from that. So I don't
Okay.
think that will matter a lot if you are not going to answer 1 or 2 questions.
Okay.
You don't have to answer everything, but at least go for 70-80%
Okay.
questions.
Okay. What's your experience, Rudra?
Sir, there will be mostly simple questions which you can answer. You know the answers, but you have to be calmer and you have to listen them first.
Okay.
More you listen, more you can answer.
Okay.
For me also, I could answer. I knew 70 to 80% answers, and some of questions they ask deeply. Actually, from our answers, they get the questions.
Okay. Okay. Whatever the Rudra, Jyoti, and Jewel said, they focus on your answer, make it short, precise, but it must be informative. Jyoti, next one. Sometimes people are under a lot of pressure during the interview day. What's your advice to these people to handle the State Bank of India PO interview so that they can score more marks in the interview?
Sir, in my view, they should not panic about the interview or something. If they are going in panic, then they should be go for some relaxation, have a good sleep before the exam, before the interview date. Have some light comedy or something. That's nothing more to prepare. During the interview day, they should start as early as possible to the interview venue, because there may be some trouble, some traveling by vehicle or something. They should reach as early as possible to the interview venue and have a look, just a look, glance at the day's newspaper also. It will be provided in only in also in the interview hall, and they should not discuss with the candidates except whichever is necessary. Unnecessary talks with the candidates about the last year trend, last year cutoff mark. These unnecessary discussions should be avoided as much as possible. And whenever, and the dressing sense also should be as much as simple, proper iron shirt, pant, normal shoes, not fancy shoes or something like that. And they should go to interview as simple as possible.
Okay. Okay. What's your experience, Rudra?
Sir, what Jyoti sir said, I will agree. Do not discuss anything. Rather be silent and be calm in the on the very interview day, and you will get you will find some quest friends there. Be with them. Actually, what happens ki being lonely also is dangerous.
No, have discussion, but don't go into unnecessary discussions which are not needed. Some people may say, other candidates may have a negative, how to panic you. They will such thing that you will become down. You will moral down. So I have not prepared this. I have not prepared that. How it will happen. So these things some people play the mind trick like Chatur Ramalingam in Three Idiots.
Right. You are right.
And what happens, sir? What happens? Sometimes the interview means interview will be scheduled in that way that our round will come maybe in the evening, maybe in the late night also, 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. That
Okay.
that thing need to be
Energy has to
considered.
be preserved for the.
Okay. Now come to the Jewel. Jewel, what's your advice or suggestion to your young friends?
Sir, if you are even anxious or if you are even panicked, don't show it on your face.
Okay.
Just don't show it, because I know everyone will say that you don't have to be panicked. You will be panicked. That
Okay.
is that situation. In that situation, nothing can help. You will
Okay.
be panicked, but just don't show it on your face. Just be
Right.
confident. And
Obviously, Jewel, speak.
so just don't show it on your face. And uh, not talking to anyone will also be good, because in examinations also I never talk to anyone. I just go and just mind my business, and I come back.
Okay.
That should be the thing, because everyone's interview will be different.
Okay.
You don't if you are talking to someone, they will tell ki they have prepared this or that, and you will think that I have not prepared this, and you will start getting tense. So don't, just just think about yourself, what you have prepared, and be confident.
Okay. Now come to the Jyoti. Jyoti, you have a lot of experience in State Bank of India, and you have also a lot of friends in State Bank of India. Is it possible? Sometimes some people speak. Is it possible to score 40 plus mark in State Bank of India interview, or 40% or 80% mark in State Bank of India PO interview?
Yes, sir, it's quite possible because my personal mark was 27 out of 30.
Okay.
So it's quite easy to possible. Just we have to be, again, I will repeat that just take it very, not very casually, but take it everything as normal.
Rudra, what's your experience? Is it possible? Some people are worried. I have only cleared the cutoff. Is it possible to 40 plus mark in State Bank of India PI rounds?
Obviously, sir. I have one of my friends who cleared, who scored 30 out of 30 just because of his smile.
Okay. Right.
Interviewers liked his smile, and they give just 30 out of 30.
30 out of
I have
30.
seen. Yes. So be natural, be calm, and be happy in that day.
Okay, right.
That will help a lot, actually.
Okay, be happy and be calm. Now come to the Jewel. What's your experience, Jewel? Is it possible to score 40 plus in interview out of 50?
Yes, sir, it is very much possible. We have I have colleagues who have scored 49.
Okay.
I myself have scored 47, and interview was for a short time as well. Like we have interviewed for 5 to 7 minutes on average,
Okay.
but people have scored really well.
Okay.
So it is possible.
Okay, it is possible because Jyoti score more than 85%. Rudra is also score more than 85%. Jewel is also score more than 85%. So it is possible to score 50 out of 50, 49, 48, 47 in State Bank, particularly in State Bank India PI round, which is calculated from 50. And in State Bank of India, it is important that the written mark 50% as well as the interview mark 50% that decides the final result. That's why interview play a vital role. So now we are in the last stage of this webinar. Now come to the Jyoti. 3 best advice that students should follow during the interview.
So 3 best advice will be, first of all, good morning or good afternoon salutation, and to have the seat after they ask. We have to be very careful what they are saying and not to be unmindful, and to present the answers in a very simple manner. This will be my 3 advice to the students.
Now come to the Rudra. What's your advice?
Sir, body language, your body language should be appropriate as per interview standard.
Okay.
Then dressing sense,
Okay.
and be calm. Be calm before the interview panelist. That will be.
Mangal, please open your videos. Another one is joining. Joel, what's your advice to your friends?
Sir, my advice would be present yourself like you are a professional.
Okay.
You should look neat.
Okay.
And second thing, just be calm
Mhm.
and confident.
Mhm.
And third thing will be just be honest in front of the interviewers.
Okay.
Don't try to bluff anything. They will know. So just be honest. If you don't know the answer, just don't answer it. Say, sir, I'm sorry. If you know the answer, just say it.
Mangal, unmute achandi. Mute achandi. Unmute karantu. Okay, now another young PO is joining with us, Mangal Charan Lenka, right? So Mangal, how was your experience in State Bank of India PO? You work in all the organization. You work in LIC, you work in SBI as a clerk, you work in your Bank of India. Now you are working in State Bank of India. How was your experience in the interview round?
Thank you, sir, for inviting me to join the such a session for guiding the new entrants to the organization. Sir, first কথা মানে ଯୋଉମାନେ ବି ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ଦେବାକୁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ନିଜ ଉପରେ କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ଥିବା ଦରକାର ଆଉ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ହଉଛି ମାନେ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ବୋର୍ଡରେ କିଛି ସମୟ ଗଲା ପରେ ସେମାନେ ଫାଇଣ୍ଡ କରିଦେବେ ଯେ କିଏ ତାଙ୍କ ସପୋର୍ଟରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି କିଏ ତାଙ୍କ ଅପୋଜିଟରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଗାଇଡ ଅଲରେଡି ଗାଇଡ ହେଇଯିବେ କାରଣ ମୋର ଦିଟା ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି ଯେ ଗୋଟେ ହେଡ ଅଫ ପ୍ୟାନେଲ ଥିଲେ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ସିଏ ମାନେ ଟୋଟାଲି ଆଉଟରାଇଟ ରିଜେକ୍ଟ କରିଥିଲେ ଆଉ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ଯୋଉଟା ଏଇ ଇୟର ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ଥିଲା ମାନେ ଟୋଟାଲି ସପୋର୍ଟ ଫ୍ରମ ଦି ହେଡ ଅଫ ଦି ପ୍ୟାନେଲ ଆଉ ଆପଣ ଜୁଏଲ କହିଲା ଭଳିଆ ମାନେ ବ୍ଲକ କିଛି ମାରିବେନି ଯୋଉଟା ଆସୁନି ଆଉଟରାଇଟଲି ମନା କରିଦେବେ ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି ସେମାନେ ତ ଏବେ କିଛି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ପଚାରିବେନି ଆଉ ନିଟ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ କ୍ଲିନ ଉପରେ ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ ମଜା କଥା କହୁଛି ମୋ ସାଙ୍ଗ ରିସେଣ୍ଟଲି ସିଏ ବି ଜଏନ ମାନେ ପିଓ ଅଛି ସିଏ ମତେ କହିଲା ଯେ ସିଏ ବିୟର୍ଡ ରଖିକି ଯାଇଥିଲା ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ତାକୁ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ସେସନ ପୂର୍ବରୁ କହିଲେ ଯେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ କହିଲେ ଯେ ତମେ କାଟିଦେବା କଥା ଥିଲା ନିଟ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ କ୍ଲିନ ଆସିବା କଥା ଥିଲା ବଟ୍ ସେ କହିଲା ମୋର କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଥିଲା ମୁଁ ଆସି ପାରୁନଥିଲି ବଟ୍ ଫାଇନାଲି ତାର ବି ସିଲେକ୍ସନ ହେଇଥିଲା ତାକୁ ମାନେ ଏଇ ଉପରେ ଟୋଟାଲି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚନ ପଚାରି ନଥିଲେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି କନଫିଡେନ୍ସ ଆଉ ନର୍ମାଲ କ୍ୟାଜୁଆଲ ଡ୍ରେସ୍ ଯାହା ବି ଫର୍ମାଲ ଡ୍ରେସ୍ ପିନ୍ଧିବା କଥା ସେଟା ପିନ୍ଧିବା ଦରକାର ବଟ୍ ଫାଇନାଲି ମତେ ଲାଗୁଛି ଯେ ଆପଣ ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କୁ କେମିତି ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସରାଉଣ୍ଡିଂ ନଲେଜ କେମିତି ଅଛି ସେ ଉପରେ ଟୋଟାଲି ମୁଭମେଣ୍ଟ ହଉଛି ମାନେ ଟୋଟାଲ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁଟା
Right. Mangal Jondi kata kale say kata already we have already discussed with Jyoti, Joel and Rudra that your behavior, your personality matters a lot rather than anything other, any other things, your answers or anything. Your behavior matters a lot. Another thing, Mangal, you have also an experience. Tomorrow good experience thila jetole tome State Bank of India interview debaku galo bahut logo tumaku kaile je tume SBI chhadi deicho tumaku interview re mark diya jiboni ei jo myth re bi chali thila ସେଥିରେ ତୁମର ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ କଣ ହେଲା ଜାଣିବା ଦରକାର କାରଣ ବହୁତ ପିଲା କୁହନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଏସବିଆଇ ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଇଛୁ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଅଫ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଇଛୁ ଜଏନ କରିଥିଲୁ ଆମକୁ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ମାର୍କ ଦେଲେନି ରିଆଲିଟିରେ ଏଟା ମିଥ୍ ନା ଠିକ ଜିନିଷ ବୋଲି ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି
ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ସାର୍ ଏଇ ବେଚ୍ ରେ ଯୋଉ 2021 ବେଚ୍ ଯେତିକି ପିଓ ଜଏନ କରିଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପିଲା ଓଡ଼ିଆ ପିଲାରୁ around 30 ରୁ 40% କ୍ଲରିକାଲ ଥିଲେ 2021 ବେଚ୍ ରେ ସେମାନେ ନିଜେ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ସିଲେକ୍ଟ ହେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ହିଁ ଜବ୍ ଛାଡ଼ିଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ obviously ସେମାନେ ଷ୍ଟେଟ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ରେ ଥିଲେ ଆଉ ଦୁଇ ଏଟା ଯୋଉ କିଛି ପରିମାଣରେ ମିଥ୍ ଆଉ କିଛି ପରିମାଣରେ ସଚ୍ଚାଇ ବି ଅଛି ମାନେ obviously ଆପଣ ଯଦି ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ଲେନିଡ ଭ୍ୟୁ ଦେଖାଯାଏ ସେଇଟା 0 ରୁ 5% ଭିତରେ ମତେ ଲାଗେ କାରଣ ଦୁଇ ଜଣ ପିଲା ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି ଯୋଉମାନେ ଥିଲେ ମାନେ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ ଛାଡି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି
Okay.
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन छाड़े भीतर मु मे बी 1% थिली
Okay.
जे कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन छाड़ला पर जॉइन होछन आ जति
Okay.
क्लरिकल 2021 बेस थिले ସେମାନେ ସବୁ ପାଇଛନ୍ତି
Okay. Okay.
ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ସାର୍ ଯୋଉ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଆପଣ ଛାଡି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଦେନ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସିଲେକ୍ଟ କରିବେନି
Okay.
ସେଟା ଯଦି ଆପଣ ସେଟାକୁ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ରେସ କରିବେ ମାନେ ସେଟା ତା ଉପରେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରେସ ଦେବେ ସେମାନେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ପଚାରିବେ କାହିଁକି ଛାଡିଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଯଦି ସେଟା ଲାଇଟଲି କହିଦେବେ ନାଇଁ ଛାଡିଦେଲି ମୋର କିଛି ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଥିଲା କିନ୍ତୁ ତା ଉପରେ କିଛି ଯଦି ଆପଣ ସେଟା ହାଇଲାଇଟ କରିବେ ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଅର୍ଗାନାଇଜେସନ ଥିଲି ମୁଁ ଛାଡିଦେଲି ସେଟା ଇଗୋ ଟାଇପ ର ହେଇଗଲା ମୁଁ ଅଲଗା ଆଡେ ପଳେଇଲା ଦେନ ସେଇଟା ଟିକେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମେଟିକ ମତେ ଲାଗେ
ओके मंगल जब देखिबा तुमर एक्सपीरियंस एलआईसी रे थिला एसबीआई क्लर्क रे भी थिला तो जदि बैंक ऑफ इंडिया रे भी थिला एई बळी पिला जो माने काली इंटरव्यू दोचन कना काली बहुत पिला अछन जो एक्सपीरियंस पिला बैंक रे ऑलरेडी अछन समान कोन एडवाइस देबे कोन लास्ट मोमेंट रे प्रिपरेशन करबा दरकार बोली भाबछन
ମୋ ହିସାବରେ ଯୋଉଟା ଆପଣ ଅଲରେଡି ପଢିଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ପଢିକି ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ ମାନେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ରିଭାଇଜ କରିକି ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆଜି ମାନେ ଇକୋନୋମିକ କେସ ରେ ଆପଣ ଯଦି ପଚାରିବେ ୟୁଏସ ଫେଡ ର ଏତେ ରେଟ୍ ବଢେଇଲା ବଟ ସିଲିକନ ଭ୍ୟାଲି ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ କାହିଁକି ଡୁବି ଗଲା ଆପଣ ତା ଉପରେ ଆଇଡିଆ ଟୋଟାଲି ନାହିଁ ବଟ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ଅଳ୍ପ ଟିକେ ପଢି ଯାଇଥିବେ ସେ ଉପରେ ଡିପ ଉପରେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ ପଚାରିବେ ଆପଣ କିଛି କହିପାରିବେନି ମାନେ ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ଛାଡିଦବା କଥା ଯୋଉଟା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ମୋର ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ ହିସାବରେ ମତେ ସେ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କିଂ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ ପଚାରିଥିଲେ ବଟ ମୁଁ ଟୋଟାଲି ଅଳ୍ପ କହିଥିଲି ବଟ ମତେ ସେ ପଚାରିଲେ ଜେନେରାଲ ନଲେଜ ଉପରେ ତମର ସରାଉଣ୍ଡିଂ କୋଉଠି କାମ କରୁଛ ଏରିଆ କଣ ଜିଓଗ୍ରାଫି କଣ ଡେମୋଗ୍ରାଫି କଣ ସେ ସବୁ ପଚାରିଲେ ମୁଁ ପୁରା କନଫିଡେंट ଥିଲି ତା ଉପରେ ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଯୋଉ क्वेश्चन ପଚାରିଲେ ସେ ମତେ ନେକ୍स्ट क्वेश्चन ବି ट्राई करलेनी माने से कहले ऑब्वियसली से जानिछि माने दु तीनटा आंसर पर से छाडी देले आ एक्सपीरियंस सर मैटर करूछि माने मते भी क्वेश्चन पचाइतला आ जो क्वेश्चन म आपन भी कहिदिली सर मोर इंटरव्यूटा खराब जाईछि माने जणे लोक माने डायरेक्ट मते ता ऊपर क्वेश्चन पचारले मु किछि कहि परलिनी से पूरा डिसअपॉइंट हो जाइतले तो फाइनली हेड ऑफ द पैनल जी थिले से अनुसार मोर मूवमेंट आउट की स्ट्रांग हैला
ओके मंगल तुम हिसाब रे 80% मार्क रिटर्न ने स्कोर करबा सॉरी इंटरव्यू रे स्कोर करिया पॉसिबल कि एसबीआई पीओ रे इंटरव्यू रे
पॉसिबल सर
लास्टली मंगल को पचारे मंगल तुम हिसाब रे लास्ट डे रे आज हम काली इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट हबो तो कौन पिला मन को एडवाइस बा सजेशन देबे ए जो लास्ट 2-3 घंटा बा 4 घंटा रहिला तंग हाथ
काम रुहंतु माने एते स्ट्रेस भी नियंतु ने कारण एटा गुटे जॉब ऑब्वियसली मु जानि छी माने समस्त पे गुटे जॉब ड्रीम थाए बट आ परे भी लाइफ अछि माने एम्ति स्ट्रेस नै कि टेंशन नै किछि नियंतु ने आराम से जानतु
ओके
एपियर करंतु ओरिजिनलिटी रखंतु मो हिसाब
राइट राइट जोटा कि मंगल कहले ओरिजिनलिटी मैटर्स अ लॉट कना ब्लॉक करंतु नी ओरिजिनलिटी मेंटेन करंतु कूल एटमॉस्फियर एंटर ऑटोमेटिकली इंटरव्यू रे मार्क्स स्कोर करी हबो एटा बडे बहुत बड़ा कथा ने स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया जे देखा जाए 80% इंटरव्यू रे नियाती रखे हां मंगल बोलिए
और सर ईगो मो हिसाब रे देखंतु नाही माने आपण जानि छथि बोले तांको देखंतु नै आ मु जेति इंटरव्यू देइछु सब माने आईडीबीआई असिस्टेंट मैनेजर जो आरंभ करी सब जगह से माने मु अधिक ही जानि छथि मु भाबिथिली माने से माने जानि नथिबे सब जानि छथि इवन आपनकर प्रोडक्शन इंजीनियरिंग टू आरंभ करी मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी को जानि छथि माने
ओके
आ रिसेंटली एबे मु जो काम करथि जो एसएमई ब्रांच रे से माने बैंकर्स होई थाई कि से माने चिंगुडी जो चाष जेमती हुए ता ऊपर बही पढुचंती आपण भाबी मु सब जानि छी से माने टोटली यूआर से जो ओशन रो गोटे बूंद भी नुह ताको बाहर जति नॉलेज अछि
राइट जोड़ा मंगल केले बहुत बड़ा कथा कारण हम माने बेले बेले भाबु जे हम बहुत जानि छु हम सब्जेक्ट ऊपर किंतु रियलिटी रेला जने बैंकर जीएम एंड सीजीएम लेवल लो समाने हमर बहुत अधिक जानि जने वर्क एक्सपीरियंस हिसाब रे तनो हमें सेटा के भाबीबा ठीक हबनी थैंक यू ज्योति थैंक यू ज्वेल थैंक यू मंगल रुद्र एवरीबॉडी गिविंग योर वैल्यूएबल टाइम्स particularly on Sunday thank you very much we'll meet in the next webinar also bye bye everybody and bye bye all the State Bank of India PO aspirant and all the best wishes for the tomorrow's interview.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.